Mine scores to make it 1-1, and we could be on for our first Champions League win here.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory. It's Champions League day here with St Etienne. We have two games coming up. We have quite the break in Ligue 1, which I think is a really good thing that the league has clearly done in time for this scheduling. We have two games coming up today, two away games. We have quite the tough draw. In all honesty, I don't know if there's any way we can actually go and see all our fixtures. Do we still have the email? If we go and take a look for it, we have the fixtures here. I personally think they're quite interesting. I'm not going to lie. If we start here at the top with the two games we have today, away from home against Red Star and Benfica, we have a game against Bayern Munich at home. We go against Napoli, Man City, Barcelona. So them four are the real tough games. And then Galatasaray and Wolfsburg. If we can come away with, kind of 4 wins against Red Star, Benfica, Galatasaray, Wolfsburg, then that should see us through in a playoff spot. Last year, the playoff spot, just taking a look at these teams, by the way, the quality on show is absolutely ridiculous, but it is the Champions League after all. As you can see there, it looks like PSG lost another final. They lost it 2 years ago as well, which is always interesting, just falling at the last stage. Last year it was only 9 points actually to qualify via a playoff. The year before that, if we go and take a look at the league phase, once again it was 10 points. So if we get 10 points we probably will qualify, so 3 wins and a draw would be ideal for us. But we've got 2 games coming up today. It's 2 tough games away from home, but there's no reason why we can't go and perform well to open up our campaign in Ligue 1. It's been a very interesting one. We've had 6 games. We obviously had that loss to Brest. We went 4 unbeaten, including 3 wins and a 2-2 draw in a game that we should have won. I believe it was this game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, look at that. Nearly 5 XG, and we didn't score an equaliser until the 90th minute. Absolutely ridiculous what happened in that game, but what can you do? It's just one of those. We had a 1-0 loss to Nice. We did rotate a few players for that game, and Nice are in quite some form, so it's not as good of a start as last season, I don't believe. If we're going to take a look at how we did start last season off, we had 4 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. So instead of a win, we've had an extra loss this season, but it's definitely not bad at all. And the exciting thing is we get to play in the Champions League. In today's episode, let's go and get straight into it. The first game of the day against Red Star. So the team for this game against Red Star starts with Triguera in goal. We've got a backline of Agbenifo, Juan Maladel and Barber, Jaworski, Nuhard, Blazquez in the middle, Minge on the left, Luis on the right and Milo up top. We'll have to wait for the debut of Diakite in the Champions League. As we walk out here for our return to the Champions League, this St Etienne team back where they belong. Look at all those fans that have travelled down. What a game it is going to be, and hopefully we can go and mark it with what would be an absolutely incredible win. We have a very strong side on the pitch today. We're ready to go for this game. We've got the anthem playing in the background there. We're going to get underway for our first Champions League game as part of Borderline Glory and with St Etienne. Maybe we can go and raise the roof here with an early goal. We've got no Diakite today. Garcia does make the bench with a bit. He's been, kind of bouncing back off of an injury at the start of the season, but Minge has been in some decent form, to be fair. He's got himself 2 goals and an assist in the league. We have also been rotating with our new signing in at the back, Zajak. Where is he gone? I still can't get his name down. It's Zajak. Yeah, yeah, there you go. Zajak has been coming into this team and he's been doing very well. I think I was calling him Zakaj, but it's just not. It's Zajak. There you go, Zajak, quite the tongue twister. There's another chance for us here by the looks of it, but nothing comes away from that. It would be absolutely massive to go and get an opening day win here, and there's no reason why we can't. We have a very capable side on the pitch, Champions League level players, definitely all over the park. There's a ball into the middle there though, and it is a goal for Red Star to open up the game here. We've got to be doing a little bit better. We have gone with Liddell and Juanma just because they do get the team a little bit more, but obviously Zakaj on the bench may actually start the next game if we don't see as an impressive a performance as maybe we want from Liddell, particularly Liddell, but Juanma as well is on his case. I think Liddell is struggling a bit with the morale because of that silly thing with Guy. What can you do about that? But nonetheless, the team on the pitch is still in a very, very good position, and obviously it's going to be a tough game, but we've got to turn up and put on our best display. We will have tomorrow will be another episode of Champions League, and then the episode after that will be our final games, both home games. That game against I think it's both home games, the games against Galatasaray and Wolfsburg, and they could be decisive in trying to secure a playoff spot. Here's Juanma on the ball. He goes to Agbenifo down the line into Mind. Mind finds himself with a little bit of space. Can he look to progress this ball? Where will he go? Out to the left hand side. He's got runners in Agbenifo. Lovely ball. Mind is in behind with the shot. What a goal it is. Mind scores to make it 1-1, and we could be on for our first Champions League win here if we carry on like that. That is a lovely goal from Mind. He's been a real standout. When we bring in these big money signings like Milot, when he came in, Diakite just became insane. We bring in Garcia on that left hand side, and Minge decides to turn into prime Messi on that side. He's been absolutely ridiculous, and we knew he was a good player, but could he fulfill that role that we were looking for? I mean, I don't see why not on reflection, to be honest. He gave a lot of competition to Guy and played more games than Guy last season, and did a very good job at it. So maybe it's not all about the expensive signings. Here is Milot in behind. He's got a bit of space to run into. He's won the ball back. He has the shot, and it is a save from the Red Star goalkeeper. We are absolutely all over these defenders here in the final part of this first half. A very, very impressive end to our first half of Champions League football. Exactly what we want to see. And the pressure got to us a little bit from that set piece, but it doesn't look like it's affecting us too much here in this in the end of that first half. We're going to go into the second half here. A few changes potentially to come up. We've got Nuhard looking like he's picked up a bit of a knock. We do have very capable players to bring in. You actually have a bigger bench in the Champions League, which is always good, and we're definitely going to look to utilise that. Agbenifo standing over this ball. Where will he go? He's going to look to play it into the back post. Josh Liddell is there. He just heads that over the bar. Very unfortunate score. He does give us that aerial presence. I mean, he's a very capable centre-back, but when the team's in such a kind of unbreakable spirit, you've really got to be conscious of any threats to it, even if it is someone as capable as Liddell. 1-1 the score here. Looks like we have been the better team according to the stats, but ultimately it will not matter if we do not come away with the 3 points that we are looking for. Here's Rock Barber, lovely ball into the middle. It's punched out only as far as Nuhard, who heads it over to Minge. Can he pull it back to Agbenifo? He can go all the way himself. He's fouled in there. It's going to be a penalty, surely. I'm just going to check who is on these penalties with Diakite being out. I'm going to put, we'll leave Blazquez, or can we put Milot on them? Is he any good at the penalties? He's not got good penalties, but he's a decent finisher. We'll leave Blazquez on it. Why not? We're going to see what he can do. Our number 7 stepping up to put us in a lead here in our first Champions League game back with this St Etienne club. Blazquez stepping up. Can he dispose of the penalty into the bottom right corner? 2-1 we lead here. Comeback complete. We are on for our first Champions League win if we continue just like this. It's a lovely finish. Just take a look at this penalty right into that bottom right corner. As simple as, but it's done the job, and that is what we needed to do here in this game. We're going to go and look to make a few changes in a big Champions League game like this. We have to be really tactical. A 2-1 lead, you're going to be looking to make those defensive changes, but some attacking changes to get that third goal to seal the 3 points could be important as well. It's always important to be thinking about the position you're in a game when making substitutions, considering stamina levels, the ability of the bench, and overall sealing the win in the end. Blazquez has the shot. He smacked the crossbar. How unlucky is that? He could have got a second one in this game. We'll go and look to make those changes now. Nuhard off. I'm going to bring Dukos into the middle there. I'm going to bring Luis off. Bring Boto in there. Is anyone on a card? I don't want to particularly get anyone suspended. I'm going to bring Araujo onto that left-hand side. And then I think we might bring off Rock Barber a little bit later on, and then maybe another midfield change either Jaworski or Blazquez. I'm thinking more Blazquez with another game coming up in the Champions League a week later, which obviously is pretty good rest time for us, but we still want to go and make sure this team is fully ready to go. Here's Boto on the ball. He's going to pull it to the edge of the area. Blazquez trying to play in, Barber in behind. It's quite a shame, I'm thinking about it. Nils Follen was a part of the team that got us into the Champions League, and now he's not here, but he is here. I guess he's here with the club. Might not have travelled down, but he is still here. And when those home games go on, he will be in the stadium. You'd like to think, I'm going to say it now, he will be in the stadium because I'm going to bring him in. He's going to get a whole box, the Nils Follen box in the Stade Geoffrey Guichard, and he can be very happy with his contribution. It would have been nice to see him play, but he's been in the Conference League, he's an absolute legend, and he's only been a part once again of something special here to get to the Champions League. Blazquez is going to get this shot in, keeps sailing these shots. He's doing alright with them, but he's got to be doing a little bit better, to say the least, to put them away. We've made one more signing actually that I forgot to mention. Lacava did leave us. I don't know if I mentioned that. He did leave us on a permanent deal for around €3 million. The final signing we made in from Real Madrid was Christian, Spanish international. Quite a lot of potential. He's still a very solid player, even at 23 years of age. Even if he's not reached that potential as of yet. Overall, just really good. A bit on the small side, so he's a bit more of a technical centre-back. But I think we've got ourselves a very good centre-back, and I am going to bring him on here in this game for Juanma, just to see out, getting some minutes, getting some experience as well. And then I am also going to bring Blazquez off. He has had a good game. We will bring Idrissa Silva into the mix there to see out this game. We've made some defensive minded changes. Silva, that physical presence that we're looking for, as we said, it is real important to get those substitutes right. And then Christian as well, a very solid player. We bought him in for a fee of around €5 million, and it's going really, really well. I think we are rotating players well. I have been consciously rotating. It may not have led to the results that we necessarily wanted, but what can you do? Silva comes on here. He's one of those boys who has been rotating into this team at 195 centimetres. That is not stopping him from being an absolute unit in the midfield. It's as simple as Boto, Barber, and then Silva. Just take a look at this. He picks it up and he places it into that side net, and it's as simple as that. We've got a big game coming up next against Benfica. It's going to be a tough test for us, but we've picked up a big 3 points here, and what could be a very important factor in 2-goal difference if we can continue to maintain this lead and even go and gain a little bit on it. That would be always ideal. A big away win for us, and hopefully it continues into the next game against Benfica. Here are the opposition. They're on the ball for what feels like the first time all of this second half. The ball is in behind for Vladimir. It's squared and it is a goal. That 2-goal difference does reduce down to 1, and we need to be a little bit wary here. We have made some defensive changes, and we do have very capable players, particularly that very experienced Araujo, who is formerly of that Sporting team, who are in the Champions League now. So you would like to think, or you're quite confident that he has played quite a number of Champions League games. Here's Rock Barber. He's going to look to play it in. What can he do with it? It's going to go into Boto. He's on the ball now down this right hand side. He's going to link up with Barber. He finds Silva. What a ball that is for Milo, and he's put it over. So unlucky. Silva has had an absolutely incredible few minutes since coming on here. 10 minutes to go in this game. We would ideally like to get a goal just to ease the nerves, but we have been a very, very good team here in this game. I think a 3-2 result is probably deserved. The opposition have given us some tests, caught us out, but ultimately I think we do deserve the 3 points should we come away with it, and that is a big 3 points. It's always so just great to win 3 points in the Champions League, and we could seal it here. Milot scores. It's 4-2. He finally gets his goal. He's had a great game, to be fair to him. He's been unlucky not to score, but he picks up a Champions League goal, and that is that. The 2-goal difference back, 4 goals scored as well. That is not an easy feat in the Champions League, but with this very capable attacking team that we have, it's always so special to just first of all score 4 goals, but to pick up 3 valuable points in the Champions League. We have gone and done that, and we have sealed them into the next game against Benfica. Dukos managed to get him behind there. He's had a good game as well, got himself an assist. He's been really solid. He's been given a few starts in this season, and we can be very happy with the way that he has played. Still a very capable player as expected. We are in 4th place now in the Champions League. That is with every game played, because we are playing on the Wednesday night, or it might even be the Thursday night with it being the opening game. I think it is the Wednesday though. And yeah, we are up to 4th, which is absolutely ridiculous. Hopefully we can maintain that position. Mind is in behind here for 5-2, and that has got to be a little bit better. Surely got to go across his goal in the end there, but what can you do? What a game it's been. Very, very eventful, and we just want to get into this next game now against Benfica. We have to, really go and perform, really go and show up in that one. We do have 2 home games against Wolfsburg and Galatasaray, which with that home advantage we feel like we can get the 3 points. So if we do drop some points away against Benfica, then it probably would have been a tough game for us, just kind of for predicting what might happen. If it does happen, we can't be too hard on ourselves and harsh, but we've got to go out and fight for that win. It's as simple as that. And who's stopping us from getting points in the other 4 games that we have? I think Bayern Munich, who we will play, they're for 34th. What's stopping the St Etienne team making those playoffs? And a few changes for this game against Benfica. Trigueiro in goal, backline of Agbenifo, Juanma, Zakaj and Barber. We've got Jaworski, Nuhard, Blazquez in the middle, Mange on the left, Boto on the right today, and Milot is still up top. 2 teams ready to go here. What a stadium we have come to for this game against Benfica, but we are here to take no prisoners and get the result, the 3 points that we are looking for. It is going to be a tough one. Benfica are always a team with real high quality, and in particular a lot of real good young players, and hopefully we don't face up against them too much today. And it's a fairly straightforward game for us. That would be ideal. Benfica did get a win in their opening game, but so did we, so it is fair game going into this one, and hopefully we can come away with the result we're looking for. Here is Milot on the ball. He finds Nuhard. Nuhard is going to go back to Juanma out on this left hand side. It's going to be Agbenifo down the line for Nuhard. What can he do with it here? He's cutting in. Can he line up the shot? He's going all the way. It's into that bottom right corner, but saved by the Benfica goalkeeper. There's a few tactical decisions. I've gone for Zakaj in at centre-back, just to kind of see how he does with the game, and I think we'll need that change with the down. Then I've also brought Boto in. I think Luis has had a slow few games, not kind of the start that he may have wanted into the season, but I won't worry too much. He has still picked up a handful of goals and assists, but I think Boto is still very capable, and makes sense to bring him from the start of this game. But there is a goal there for Benfica, quite the goal. We did have to start last game with a goal deficit, and there's no reason why we can't go and turn it around here, though. We've already had 2 shots on target, and we just have to be confident in our ability to go and pull it back. 12 minutes gone here. We do want ideally the 3 points. If we come away with a point, you would like to think it was a very hard fought point. Is there anyone in particular that I know in this team? I feel like I've seen this Djoko guy around here. As you can see there, quite the quality player. I've seen him on the transfer market and stuff like that. Is there anyone else in particular? Engels is quite the young player. He developed into a decent player. Yeah, as you can see there, not too bad in himself. And then as well, Højlund, is he an actual Højlund? Yeah, Oscar Højlund. I thought I was notable with the player. He's moved over to Benfica just this season. As you can see there, quite the deal for him to sign him, and he's gone and already been involved in this game. It's into the midfield of Benfica, where they find themselves on the ball, working it out to this right hand side, looking to advance with it. What can they do? Can we pose up to the task of defending them from advancing, or will it be another Benfica goal? And quite the mountain to climb here away from home. There is a header into the box there though, and it could be a penalty. It is Jaworski by the looks of it who went in with quite the rash challenge. That is very frustrating. We have one thing that it's not a thing you can fix, but sometimes we just really don't help ourselves with penalties. It just feels like they come at the worst moments, and you know what, why not? Jaworski picks up a yellow there. It is going to be a penalty for Benfica. Can Trigueiro come up with the heroics to deny Engels, who we were talking about, from scoring this penalty? It's Trigueiro against Engels. Can he come up with the save? The penalty is taken, and I don't know what's gone on there. It looks like it's slowed down for some reason. I thought Trigueiro had that with ease, but he's not been able to get there. It is 2-0 now to Benfica, and we have got quite the challenge to get over the line if we want to come away with some points here in this game. Let's just take a look at what happened here. Was it straight down the middle? Yeah, it does look like it was. And Triguero, what are you doing, mate? You're a very good goalkeeper, but I don't know what you've decided to do there, but what can you do, really? We can't complain. 40 minutes gone, and there's a lot of work to do in this second half, but if there's a team that can do it, it is this St Etienne team. We are full of quality, full of young talent, hungry to go and get these results. It looks like we've had more shots, but the shots on target are a little bit different, and we do get this half underway here. Agbenifo on the ball down the left hand side. What can he do with it? Just a little bit of pressure. We've got to calm it down, take the ball in our stride, and come away with a bit of possession and ultimately create those chances. It's as simple as that. That is how it will come for us in this game, come to fruition, those points that we are looking for. 50 minutes gone. We'll go and look to make some early changes. I'm going to bring Nuhard off. I'll bring Dukas in, who had a good game last time out. Or do I bring Silver in? Now that is a good question. I think I will bring Dukas on for now, just because he is a little bit more experienced. I'm going to bring Jaworski off for Jegu there, and then I will definitely be bringing Silver in for Blazquez if he can't find anything for himself in this game. Some fresh legs is all that we probably need here. I'm thinking of potentially bringing off Minge as well, probably for Luis on that left hand side. Luis can do a very good job as well on the left, just as much as on the right. We will go a little bit more positive, and now it's just about remaining patient. It looks like we've not done too bad in terms of the stats, but ultimately it is a penalty, and quite the wonder goal that has been the difference, but we can't make those excuses. We have to go and craft out these wins. We'll bring Rock Barber in at a right, or off from right back, bring Longello in there. We'll bring Silver on, as you can see there, and then we do have one more change. I will go and bring Luis on. We don't want to rush Garcia back too much. We do have a bit of a run of games coming up before the next Champions League game, and if he can be back ready for then, and also he's got to impress, because Minge has done very well, then we should be good to go. It's a shame we have no Diakite today. Probably could have helped us out a little bit, particularly in this game, but what can you do? Milo had a good game in the first one, and the whole team ultimately has not turned up for this one, and it is going to be a disappointing loss by the looks of it. It is Benfica standing over this free kick. They're looking to knock it around the back. What can they go and do with it? Can we win it up high up the pitch? Mylot did do that in the last game. He wasn't able to convert, but if he could go and do it here, that would bring an all-important goal, or maybe it just works in behind for Benfica. It looks like the job has been done for them. A very impressive side here in this game. It's just not our day in the second one. A lot of work to do. Our work is definitely cut out. We have some big games coming up in the next one. Hopefully we can take some points from there, but ultimately we've picked up an opening win in the Champions League. Let's go and wrap up this episode. So there you have it. It was a mixed day for us. A win in the first one, a loss in the second. In the next episode, where will we be? Let's go and have a look. We'll probably be past these games. It'll probably be maybe the Man City and Barcelona game that we see here. That could be a real big game. Quite a few games that will be played before then, around 10 games in total, and 2 Champions League games with them 2 games, and then, or it might even be the Man City Napoli game. Just taking a look at the spacing here, probably around there, you know, them 2 games, or maybe a league game in there. We do have a big game against PSG. Who knows what's in store, but as you can see, some very, very exciting games coming up. If you did enjoy that episode, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all with this little tune. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for some more Champions League action in the next episode. Thank you. Bye bye.